Afrikaners inherited a united South Africa with laws and borders from the British and became independent from Britain on the 31st of May 1961. South Africa leaves the Commonwealth and becomes an independent republic. Mining, industrial, and financial companies continue to bolster economic growth well into the late 1970s.
From the perfect start to the finish line.
The Soweto riots of 1976 were the most brutal and violent riots that had taken place against the South African apartheid administration. The students resented being forced to learn Afrikaans, the language of their oppressors, and saw it as a direct attempt to cut them off from their original culture. By 1976, several teachers were getting fired since they were ignoring the directive. Students went on a strike, one school after another. The response of the government was to simply shut down these schools and expel the striking students. There was a protest march organized outside Johannesburg on June 16, 1976. Over 20,000 students showed up to the march. Conflict began almost immediately by police firing round after round of tear gas, and then guns to the crowd. Police showed no mercy. They attacked students of all ages, armed or unarmed. After this, riots began to spread all over the South African townships.
Desmond Tutu is awarded the Nobel Peace Prize for his nonviolent campaign to end apartheid. Tutu was saluted by the Nobel Committee for his clear views for his fearless stance, which had made him a unifying symbol for all African freedom fighters.
Collecting pictures from the flood that wrecked our home. It was a flood that wrecked this home.
The European community and the United States imposed economic sanctions on South Africa. The tougher U.S. measures banned the import of South African agriculture, iron and steel, and prohibit U.S. loans and investment to South Africa. Archbishop Tutu calls for international economic sanctions. There is no guarantee that sanctions will topple apartheid, but it is the last non-violent option left, and it is a risk with a chance.
A lifeless face that you'll soon forget.
A strike by black railway workers leads to the worst violence in South Africa since the government declared a national state of emergency in 1986. 11 workers were killed and more than 60 trains damaged or destroyed in firebomb attacks before the government met workers' demands.
If you're in love, then you are the lucky one.
P.W. Botha steps down as National Party leader and president of South Africa. He is replaced by the younger, more charismatic F.W. de Klerk, who is more sensitive to the growing anti-apartheid movement. F.W. de Klerk was president of South Africa from 1989 to 1994, during which time he worked with Nelson Mandela to successfully end the country's apartheid system of racial segregation.
De Klerk announces radical changes. ANC leader Nelson Mandela is released after 27 years in captivity. Basic apartheid laws and the nationwide states of emergency are ended.